ability to communicate with the other world, the realm of the ancestors. So it's believed that these nights in January were so cold and long that they seemed endless, never ending, and wolves preoccupied them with survival, became more dangerous and often aggressive. So a terrible howling at the night spreads far and wide, just instilling this superstitious fear. Reminds me of the lichens of the werewolves. And another name for this natural phenomenon is the moon after Christmas, because it's observed at the end of December during sometimes the holidays at the end. And there are such designations as old moon, ice moon, winter moon, but they all reflect the harsh climactic conditions of winter and water. But the full moon in the season of Cancer.
Inshallah and Ashe. Sometimes I just like listening to my own voice. But with that, blessings to you and welcome to the Daily Snippet. And while we're waiting for people to hop on and join the show, the live stream, or tune into the replay, really take a breath and take a pause today. Be in your observation station, the zone of neutrality, and notice the minute, fine detail, the changes that we are emotionally ready to open up to and accept. The frequency of the day is really calling us to be mindful of our heart in order to establish kind of like the parameters, the best way forward. And it's time to answer our own heart's call. So any ideas that are feasible, that have come to your mind, you kind of have to weigh those in against your heart. And I can't believe I just started and didn't get rid of all my little tools here. Don't peek. Back to a thankful Thursday, getting ahead of myself. However, our options in our daily life, which path to choose, which direction to flow, making it a list of consideration. There must not be any resistance or deep water hesitation, the emotional field. So in order to accept and commit and open to a new direction, a new highway, a new pathway, our heart must be infinity and beyond, loving the idea. So do your own research within your heart center. Things are online. Scribble down, if you will, automatic writing, the ideas that bring you feelings of comfort. And the more open that you can be today and remain in that space and that place, the zone of neutrality, the higher the chance for surprises are. So we're kind of in a role of receivership. Just say yes and what else? And we all could utilize the power of the imaginal realm to build the perfect queendom, the round table for Earth School, for things to manifest. But our heart is on board if it feels it. The rays of the divine universe, the lights, the absolute light streaming in, the galactic team of light streams this rainbow bliss, if you will. So with that, energetic hiccups and all, I'm having a few the last few days. Welcome to the Daily Snippet. I am your host. And if you are new to my show, I am a practicing holistic shaman medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. I do go by the term holistic Sha medium, which was actually coined by my friend Rich in Mongolia of 2018. But my intention is to really utilize the indigenous ways, the origins, the technologies within the elemental realms, the essence of our own personal divine blueprint, navigating our unique soul's harmonic, our personal seed sound through these realms, elemental, imaginal, into and through the gateway of the shamanic portal, which there's a lot of simmering sauce in there, the eighth energetic center, the cosmos, the subtle realms, and really so much more, with offerings and prescriptions like you got to do the ritual. It's food for the soul. It's the otherworldly kind to kind of recalibrate our energetic hiccups, really add to the sauce, the juice of our main stage ingredients within our own personal container, the vessel, the home, our personal medicine, and whatever that prime directive gift and purpose is. Hopefully, maybe helping you manage, assist you in discovering whatever that is and navigating your personal medicine so your starlight shines even brighter. Maybe reintroducing you to a new doorway, the essence of that magical spirit that resides within each and every one of us, so that we do shine brighter, like walking in our medicine. My name is Tonya Dee, and welcome to my virtual medicine room, hiccups and all. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, of course, please do, YouTube and others. Tonya Dee on YouTube, where you're probably tuning in. Musing with Tonya Dee, my podcast. The heart, the sun, the solar plexus, which is our mind, our administrative channel, our throat center, the hearing sister, Clairaudient, is actually online today, merged with the commander in chief, if you will. I talk about all of these in Change Your Stars, which is an online offering where I cover them and so much more. But let's give a shout out to the village, my growing community. Ashe, blessings. Thank you so much. Gratitude streaming to you, new subscribers, and to those of you that have also been in my journey since the beginning. I hear you and I see you as well. And gratitude also for those that do tune into the replay. And remember, if you don't mind, hitting the bell button and clicking the little white button. I should just say the white rabbit. That's what it reminds me of. Remember, a comment or a share does get you a message for your day to get you on your way. And again, I do check into those later. You could also find me on other social channels, of course, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever algorithm your heart desires. Remember, I'm your otherworldly shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer. But sometimes we need an otherworldly life coach assistant to get us out of our own magical way. The daily snippet. What do I muse about here? If you're new to my show, the daily snippet. It's all about the cosmic energy, the galaxy, the elementals, the subtle energies, the channels, if you will, the pathways, our auric fields, and messages for our day. I kind of coin in a subtle energy, the elemental energy, which is upcycling today to a new one. Our command center, the season of Capricorn, is the managing system, our power pathway, being in charge, commanding the forces of our own integrity, our own essence. And we're leading with our heart today, taking it out into the world through being mindful along with being heard, like people are really hearing you authentically. And do you feel heard? So we have the channel of balance, the innovation of it, the frequency. So it's as if we are deciding to commit to a heart balanced value. Are you feeling valued inside of you? The heart is promoting receiving this balance and more love, opening up our heart and accepting. It's like the divine chalice of streaming love into the choreography of our destiny, encouraging harmony with the world around us. Sometimes there's a feeling of being overcritical, maybe cold, demanding, sharp around the edges, cutting. However, our day is softening. It's encouraging us to allow these edges to soften, the coldness to become warm, encouraging us to let go of our responsibilities throughout the day in order to discover a more balanced way to approach and move forward to how we are managing or mismanaging our day-to-day life. So it's the pause point in the breath, utilizing our throat center to really open up and consider innovative alternative methods on things we commit and decide to, or more of a heart serviced approach to something that we are in control of in our day-to-day life, something that we manage, whether it's an eating habit, an exercise routine, something in the physical. So if you're in the mode of considering different options for yourself, making decisions for your future, this is really the energy of balancing the scales, going over the two sides of the coins, the yin and the yang. So as you consider your options that are like laid on a platter before you, the key is to be mindful of what your heart is saying and allow your heart to shine in on each of those options, shedding light. The choices, this is a strong sign that your heart isn't interested in the least bit in the choice or the option placed before you. If you feel at peace or ease or feeling love, joy, harmony, and of course, my favorite, integrity, then you know your heart is ready to invest. So whatever it is on your platter raised before you, weigh all of your options. Be mindful, be heart-centered. Allow your heart to decide and to choose what she fancies to be full of. Fancy and full and fancy free is kind of what was streaming in. So a few announcements. You already saw some of my stuff because I had my own energetic hiccup. We have a heart portal I went with, and since I forgot the juggling of time, I threw that in today, and the balancing of stones. So those are your options for the messages. Hopefully don't go back and sneak in and see what they were. on the replay, by the way. But the season of the witch, the first episode of Musing with my Tonya Dee podcast is out today. The theme, Tim Kelly, the hidden history of humanity. Stay curious, question everything I say. This is a great episode. I may actually have him on my show again this season to go into the planetary realm along with the science behind it. I'm going to have new weekly episodes this season arriving in your inbox on Thursdays. But the season of the witch also comes from the Dagara. I think I'm peeking up on my friend's thread lines. So the season of the witch comes from the Dagara, the cosmology of nature, and heading back into the water rabbit, which is also a nature element. It's the direction of the east and so much more, which brings me to the rising of the origins. This is a free live 5-day immersion streaming with a portal of goodies, including a meditation to get your inner smile, like smiling from the inside to the outside. Be sure to register today because space is limited for the live. But we also have a full moon musing meditation, the Cancer full moon, full wolf moon even, connecting to our feelings through the channel of faith. So this is the rising degree for me, the 16. So I get extra channeling happening because my rising sign is at a 16th degree, not in Capricorn, but in an earth sign. But tune into the Musing Moon meditation if you are a moon follower like me or a reflector by human design. And the elemental highway. This gives insight into the elemental foundation of the day, the 4 pillars that we came into when we arrived on planet Earth. Generally, I look at the hour, which is the emotions, the hour, the day, the month, and the year. It's a great tool that we can utilize for those of you who are into energy healing, energy medicine. Maybe you're a practitioner of that. An artist is what I like to see myself as, an artist of energy healing, choreographing the energetic field. If you're part of the evening of elemental energy, this is where I upload different aspects of utilizing light and sound and an energetic quantum skincare line with light, sound, vibration to add to your healing venue, adding that to your energy medicine, to your practice through the realms of the elementals, which through the skin. The skin is an amazing reflective organ to show what's going on energetically inside of the body. The body never lies. It speaks its own language, right? So it's really about reading the language of the body through the elementals. It's like feng shui on the body, which is a whole nother house, if you think about it, organically or naturally. Different pathways, meridians, riverways, if you will, nature, and we're all part of this grand design. I'm a part of you and you're a part of me energetically, whether we're aware of it or not. But today on the Elemental Highway, we do have a Yin Water Pig of a day, which is awesome. A Gui Hai, the pig and the tiger. They're very too busy being fantasy football to even notice anything around them. We do have a ton of water, but we do have a new month, if you've noticed that. A Yin Water Ox month. So it's the in-between seasons. It's a transitional energy. We always have an interseason between the seasons. It's too hard energetically to go from one season to the next on our bodies. So the universe is brilliant, the cosmic highway, and put these in-between seasons of transition of Earth, the ox being one of them. And the ox carries yin earth. Yin earth is the soil. The soil carries all of the inhabitants. Allergies may be a thing. So if you're born in the season of the ox or have yin earth on your day master, lots of yin earth in your chart, you're more prone to allergies. It's the house of minerals, house's ashes, the roots of nature, gives guidance to water, etc. So the day, the spirit of our day, the yin water, that's our intuition, full of insights. It's curious, questioning everything, likes to find those answers. And the pig is full of the answers. It's clashing with our day. It's not in alignment, the yang water, the big water. And yin water is a bubbling spring. It's a river. But our day does have a friend right next to it, right next door in the month, and hidden friend in the ox. But the tiger brings a visionary leader. It's in storage that our pig releases probably through a little aggression or aggravation, intense visions, innovations. So our day, it's a strong day. There's a lot of water. Earth is giving guidance. The nature, our day needs more of that nature and also more earth to give more guidance, some structure to all of that water. But this could be somebody who can't distinguish or discern friends from the enemies, sibling rivalries, even stuff like that. What sibling loves me? Which one wants to rip the rug out from under my feet or make the water dirty? Nature is a great tool, the mountains and the soil. Fire would be nice also to warm up the waters for some reflection. So you do have some options, especially with the full moon coming. So that's super amazing. And the messages of the day, let's check in with that. Our options, we've got a heart portal, which I kind of like that, opening up our heart. The juggling of time and balancing of the stones, which is the ancient wisdom of our bones, in case you didn't know. I talk about that as well. Oh, that'll be part of the Rising of the Origins. So who's on first? Let's see if you chose the juggling of time. The juggling of time, you get the 5 of Wands. This is a fiery mind. Wands are fire, action, incubation, passion, wild excitement, that wild excitement energy. But the 5 is being mindful. Our mind is on a pause. It's filtering in all of these decisions for our future, holding space, competition, conflict, ambition, challenges. 5s kind of get that rap. Possibly being pushed by others to excel. Maybe you're brainstorming. Maybe you've got some adrenaline. Maybe you've got some aggression. Things are surpassing your limit. Timing. This is dynamic timing, charismatic energy, leveling up, possibly a little rivalry, which can be a great thing. It kind of pushes us just to become the very best version of who we are, of ourselves, to move quicker than we would organically, especially if we were alone. Just allowing opposition and challenge to assist us in evolving different methodologies to push us beyond our limitations, the self-limitations. And if competition becomes unhealthy, then we're experiencing the shadow side of conflict and ambition. So it's time to take a step back, do some reflection, all that water, retreat from the energies that are hindering your progress to move forward. Sometimes the need to be right or correct, personal feelings around being questioned or challenged can interfere with the ability to see the path clearly through the waters, peace, clarity, and reconciliation. So you maybe need to fly solo, be a hermit in order to reevaluate your options, the list before you. And clashing eagles can slow down everything, right? They can also propel success to move forward. It's almost like they add a little fire. So choose to excel. Look for healthy competition, collaboration, things that inspire and motivate you in your heart space. Learning from others, and use the competing energies as a way to enrich those experiences and allow your heart to support others as they are supporting you. It's the yin and the yang as you both rise together in this accelerated balance and harmony. No one makes it alone, right? We all have a choreography that gets us there. So following the 5 of Wands, if you chose the heart portal, the heart opening, you get the Magician, which I love this card. It's got a portal, right? This is magic. We've got magic on the stage. The 1 is the heart, which is the sun in the season of Capricorn. So we're opening up our mind to accept a decision, releasing or letting go of maybe an old, outdated equipment, and the streams of being fair and having harmony and balance. So it's like, are we giving too much away and receiving too little, being that it's otherworldly? This is unused potential. It's our talents being dormant, being laid to rest in a way. Maybe we've got questionable intentions. Maybe we're being manipulative. Maybe we're feeling a little selfish or unfocused or blocked. We're blocking our creative energy. So the Magician, the magic, is bringing forward these powerful messages of creation, our potential, our harmonies, our balance. And knowing that we are magic, we are a star. We've got our own personal walk of fame, kind of like in the etheric field, if you will. And we have everything that we need to succeed, whatever that looks like for each and every one of us. We are a badass manifesting energy from the cosmos, the galaxy, our own little star seeds. We've got all the skills we require at our little fingertips. We are beautiful creators, and it's time to create, activating the magic in our veins, flowing by focusing our energy, our willpower, our desire, our actions. So when we consciously, literally step into our personal medicine, our personal magic, and our power, we then decide to shape, maybe shift shape, the material world in this way. So every breath in, every breath out is this opportunity to just carve out a new meaning, a new perspective into our day-to-day reality. So if you are feeling unsure of your gifts, your ability to create the life that you desire, trust in the dormant potential that resides within you. It's coming out of the closet. So feeling less than inspired at this time, that's kind of a reminder for you, and probably for me, that it's time to find my own inner muse, and you will, or your outer muse. Find your spark, find your why, with everything that you need is sitting in front of us, like a great galactic, giant, universal, cosmic cauldron, if you will. So what is it that you desire to bring into this life? And what can you do today that's going to bring that in? Allow yourself to receive it, just being one step closer into this reality. We can manifest the life that we desire through energy and action. I would say it as if you already have it, that it's already streamed in. And our final message, if you chose the balancing stones, I like that. I was going with balance and I saw the stones. You get the Knight of Cups, emotions flowing, intuition, the moon, Pluto, the waters, Neptune, all the waters, right? This is action energy. It's the flow of our emotions. It's reconciliation. It's otherworldly. It's finding peace and clarity. It's being in the flow. Otherworldly, this is missing the signs, protecting our heart, not being open to love, being a player or a jealous partner possibly. Maybe you're feeling a little moody. Maybe you're sulking. Maybe you have some negative emotions that are really blocking your flow, your progress. Maybe you're feeling a little disappointed, a little humdrum. So this is actually the classic romantic card. It's inviting us to step into the world of roses, bubble bath, champagne, caviar, just fully devoted to who we are today, or who it is, It's otherworldly. Maybe for every day we tune into this. Maybe we need to open the door to this kind of expression, this romantic galactic universe, the magic of it. It's singing of romance. It's embodying the movement of a slow dance in grace, enjoying the flirtation, being present to connect maybe. So this Knight is very intuitive, totally in touch with his emotions, his feelings. This might be somebody that you're vibrating or attracting, frequenting. This particular one knows what he wants. He has no problem wearing his heart on his sleeve. So if you have issues with that, he's probably not for you. But it often signifies somebody who's in love with the idea of love itself, somebody that comes all bundled in the comforts with unrealistic expectations. So you got to ask yourself, are you ready to be swept off your feet, to allow some deep honesty, some vulnerability to flow freely into your life? Or do you get like the walls getting thicker? Do you even believe in this type of true love? What does that even look like? It's like getting ready to take inspiration and running with it, getting into the flow of it. Make art, make music, make creativity, be love, whatever that bubbles in. Create this veritable masterpiece of your life. So it's a message that we need to get in touch with our emotions. Literally, are we shutting down our feelings? The walls are way too high. Maybe we're afraid to open the door, to be vulnerable. It's time to shatter the walls, have the breakthrough, open the door maybe. The action of it is actually streaming in. So with the energy of the day, kind of inquire inside of yourself what your heart can open up to and what you observe, what's on the list of your to-dos that aren't your to-dos to do in the first place. And weighing your options, balancing those stones, the wisdom. What does your heart and mind, what is your heart and mind responsible for? Are you managing your thoughts through your chalice, or are you allowing something outside of you to control the table? It's a day to invest in our relationships, the Knight of Cups, feeling the balance between each other, balancing the threads, the yin and the yang, the sun and the moon. So speaking our truths from our heart space, and the more open-hearted in our conversation and the approach we come with in a situation or an event, the gooder the outcome's going to be. So focus on the good, the greater, the greatest win-win outcome for all, the entirety, the whole. And it's the empowered heart choosing the way. So I would actually affirm that. I would just say, I affirm my empowered heart is leading the way or chooses the way. So there's options, there's opportunities. and listen into what your heart wishes. The divine inspires within you and sparks those lights, really holding space for your own love spot. So with that, be sure to join the Rising of the Origins. Tune into the Musing Moon Meditation arriving tomorrow, the full Cancer moon. That's a faith moon, by the way, within our emotions. Subscribe to the Musing with Tonya Dee Podcast, the season of the witch, so you get weekly notifications. Again, we have the Hidden History of Humanity with Tim Kelly on the airwaves today. Stay curious, question everything, and ashe, ashe, ashe. Blessings to you and for you. As always, I'm holding the frequency note. Some days it's harder than others, just saying. And I will see you on the other side.
Blessings to you, my energetic beings, and welcome back to the Musing Moon Meditation. As we are beginning the new cycle, the 2023 year, we have a full moon in the season of Cancer. The moon's moon, as the moon is the ruling planet of Cancer, this is the moon being at home, arriving on January 6th or into the early morning of the 7th. Go ahead and check your timeline for when the goddess of the night will apex for you. In my world, or the land I'm upon, 6:09 p.m. Eastern, 5:09 Central, 4:09 Mountain, and 3:09 Pacific p.m. So if you have yet to tune in to the Musing with Tonya Dee podcast, this year I am feeling the season of the witch, or the year of the witch. I have a year full of insights from other like-minded mystery musers and mystics. We have Tim Kelly with the History of Humanity, fascinating podcast coming out